Hey guys, I am here with the fabulous Jo.
Hello.
Big sad face though. She's moving to Hawaii and I won't get to see her anymore. That makes me very sad.
Not anymore, but
Not very often.
no, definitely I'm sad too.
So, I'm here with her. We are starting right here with a fully prepped nail with a fix-it on it, and I am doing X-Bond, which is our newer bonder gel that works underneath everything. I'm going to go ahead and do Enhance on her because I don't do Enhance as often, and people always wonder how I do it. So it's a fantastic fill product and goes really on very fast. So it's a very quick way to do it. Hey Elizabeth, hey Monique, hey Lee. All right, go ahead and put that one in the light, please. And I'm going to be using, I must be dead. I'm half dead, but Jo's my last one tonight, so then I get to go home and work on stuff I need to work on. All right, so I have here Enhance Clear, and it's a UV LED formula, so it will cure in both UV and LED lights. 2 minutes in a UV, 30 seconds in an LED. After your X-Bond's cured, just going to take some Enhance, push it up towards the cuticle. You can leave about a week's grow out around the cuticle. You don't need it to get all the way at the cuticle. You want your color to fall into that space, and you don't want to create a ledge. So you can get near it, and then that's it. All right, go ahead and put that in. I'm going to go back and forth one nail at a time when I work with Enhance because I don't want it to run and lose the shape that I push it into. It's a very self-leveling gel. So 2 nails at the most, and I would put it in, but even after 1, I start getting annoyed that the shape changes a little bit, so I just do 1 when I use Enhance most of the time. Okay, go. Hi Trisha, good evening. Very fast to apply though. Again, just pillowing it around the cuticle. Leave just a very small little gap, and then glide it down over the nail. Jo, you're supposed to read to me if anyone has questions.
Oh, okay.
All right,
And then when your Uggs will be at home. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Tanya's like the most generous soul on the planet. She got Larissa some Uggs last week, and then she decided that I needed some too, so she got some for me. Isn't that the sweetest?
Tanya, I wear a size 17. Although I'm going to Hawaii, I don't wear it.
You don't need them in Hawaii.
I got the cutest Ugg sandals. So comfortable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Try Ugg sandals. So comfortable. And of all places to buy Uggs, I bought them in Vegas. So comfortable.
Well, they're definitely more of a sandal place than an Ugg place in Vegas. My voice is still a little scratchy. I had a lot of talking going on this weekend, so it has to recover a bit. Such. So again, just pillow around the cuticle. And then I'm holding my brush very flat. So I'm just gliding this down over the nail. Very, very light touch. If you find that you have a divot somewhere, you didn't get enough product on, check your line of light. So if I'm looking at it and I think, okay, I need a little bit more, say there, you can get a little string on your brush just by touching your brush and pulling up, and then just glide over where you need a little bit more.
Monique says no more duck feet.
Good job. Amen, sister. No more duck feet nails, please. I refuse. I wouldn't do it. That's just hideous looking.
I don't even know what that means. I'm afraid to ask.
They're like, they make fingers look really awful. They're not tapered. They're not elegant. They come out and then they go like that. They're really
Ew.
bad. Yeah, it is ew. It's gross. I wouldn't do it. I refuse. It was a mistake. So the reason they even exist is because someone that was on, I think the OC is where it started, and they went and had their nails done at a really bad, like, non-standard salon. And then, of course, was like, my light isn't set on 10 seconds. It's on automatic on and off, and so she's just going in and out, and it'll just turn on if it's not already on, and we'll keep going. Anyway, so she was on the OC, and so she had these really awful nails, and then of course it's on TV, and then girls think, oh, that must be cool, so I gotta go get my nails done like that. So they go get them done and request it, not knowing that it was just a really bad job and someone glued a tip on really awful.
Okay, Elizabeth wants to know.
Do I ever use it with balance? I don't, because balance is just a little bit harder to use. Now, if you wanted to, you totally could. It's harder to get on without having to finish file because it's a little bit stiffer. It doesn't self-level as easy. However, if it's a little bit warm, like if you have some kind of heat in the salon, whether it be a paraffin dip container, you can stick it on the lid, or just a heating pad that you kind of keep by that you can keep it on there for a few minutes and just change the viscosity a little bit. It will be much, much easier to use. It'll self-level a little bit, and then it'll be perfect for a 30-day manicure. But I typically don't, just because it is much harder to get it on smooth and not have to finish file. And we all know I don't like to do that kind of nonsense. All right. So, in other news, I'm talking with the travel agent. So for those of you who didn't know, Nail Camp next year is on a cruise ship to Hawaii. I'm going to be posting all the details, but what I'm going to do is get the travel agent who's helping our group with all the reservation stuff, and we are going to do a Facebook Live, and I'm going to go through the whole presentation that I did at Nail Camp with all the details and pricing, and then do some Q&As with the travel agent there. So if there's questions that I can't answer, he should be able to answer them. So hopefully this next weekend or the weekend after, and I will do a bunch of posts before that time so you guys know that it's at what exact time that I'm going to do that, so you can be there live as well and know what's going on. So if you're not a Facebook friend of mine, Facebook friend me so you know when I go live, and then you can be part of the conversation.
Oh, Lee says ain't nobody got time for finish filing.
That's right, girlfriend. No way, Jose. All right, so this is a baby boomer that I really like this combination, and I haven't shown this before on video, so I'm doing it today because I did it at the show, and I'm like, at the Nail Camp this weekend, I'm like, oh, this one is so nice. I need to do it. So it's delicate and koi. So what I do is my first layer of delicate, and you don't need to go all the way to the tip because you want your white there. Okay, so you're just doing your first layer of delicate. Mine's almost out.
Therese says, thank you for sharing your brilliance tonight as I'm officially celebrating 4 weeks post my kidney cancer surgery. Woohoo, well, Nail Camp sounds amazing.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling good after surgery. That's awesome. Can't believe it's been that long already. I remember when you first told me you were going in, so.
Yes, congratulations.
So if you forget and you end up polishing the entire nail with this delicate, you're going to want to remove some, because if you do 2 layers of delicate and 2 layers of white on the tip, your tips are going to be really thick, and we don't want thick nails because clients don't like thick nails. The whole reason they get a gel manicure style 30-day manicure is that they have strong nails that are nice and thin. So in order to do that, I'm going to show you a little trick. So if you do polish over the whole nail, you know, say it's a shorter nail, it's pretty hard to stop halfway when it's a shorter nail. Take your brush and just swipe off the end. I do this on a regular French as well. Just remove your pink along the free edge. Don't swipe like this, or it'll push some of that pink up and you'll get a ledge, and you don't want a ledge. What's going to happen now is after I did that, see, you can see where I brushed is gone. It's blended down and you have a nice perfect slope without any kind of line. So it's just going to pull down. And this just makes it so that where you put your white doesn't end up being thick in the end, because you want it to stay a nice thin free edge, and you're going to do 2 layers of white on the free edge. So that takes away. I'm going to switch. So those of you who are watching that were at Nail Camp, what was your favorite part? It's a little delay, so we have to wait for some responses.
Or they might be sleeping.
They might be sleeping. That's true.
The nail camp people.
They are probably sleeping. We didn't sleep most of the weekend. That's like the one thing people probably don't tell you enough, is that when you go, you're not going to sleep much. So plan on just not having any, and then resting after the fact, because it is not a big sleep situation.
A lot of activity.
Yeah, there's just always something going on. We had a 24-hour room.
Lee says the classes. And then Elizabeth says all the new stuff she bought.
Nice, nice.
Selena says the games were so fun.
The games are so fun.
Elena says, no, I'm doing my nails. Elizabeth says, oh, and no, sleep was had. And Lee says, I'm at the airport waiting to hear.
Waiting to head home.
Oh, to head home, probably, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw
safe
her.
flight. Trisha Daniels, I have yet to go to nail camp. It looks like so much fun.
It is. There's nothing else like it. You go to a trade show, you're not gonna be doing nails and playing nails and learning nails until midnight. Only at nail camp.
And Lee says the raffles.
Yeah, the raffle games are a blast, and you know,
Diane Braden
makes
says,
it fun.
my favorite part was Selena coming home and getting to check out everything she got.
And we missed you, Diane. And guess what? I brought my like awesome Seahawk slippers that you guys gave me with me. So, all right. So first layer of delicate, my second layer, and my third layer are going to be white. And then at the very end, I'm going to do one more layer of delicate. So it's a delicate sandwich. So you do it at the beginning and at the end. Okay.
Okay. Tatiana says, Jess, tell me the deets on the next year's cruise.
Well, I don't want to get too much into it because it'll take like an hour, but the basic details of nail camp next year is that we are going to be spending, instead of 4 days in Camp Burton on Vashon Island, we are going to spend, it's a little bit of gel that got here in the corner, you guys see that? So what I do is I just go through and I nip that out just very carefully so that when I top coat, it doesn't get into the cuticle and I don't end up with a ledge. So that's good. Okay, so instead of 4 days on Camp Burton, we're doing 5 days of nail camp on a cruise ship. So we're going to leave September 7th from Vancouver, BC. And Friday is just hang out, go to dinner. I'm trying to get a cocktail, our first cocktail party that night. But that day is just hangout day. And then the next day and every day for the next 5 days between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. is nail camp. So all the things that we do at camp, the classes, the workshops, Incredible Improvements workshop, competitions, all of that's going to happen those 5 days between 9 and 3. At 3 o'clock, everybody can go to the pool, they can take a nap, they can do nails in their room if they want. There's all kinds of things. So that's the major detail of it. The price ranges from $1,200 and up. $1,200 is the cheapest. That's for an inside cabin if you're sharing with 3 other people, so 4 people in a cabin. But that $1,200 includes everything. That's taxes, fees, gratuities, everything. You just have to get there. And after that, you don't have to pay for anything else if you don't want to.
Okay, so Elizabeth says, Diane, I got way more. Tatiana says, where is the cruise stopping?
Maui, Kauai, Hilo, ends in Honolulu. So once we do...
Starts, you didn't say starts where?
Yeah, well, it starts in Vancouver, and then it's 5 days at sea. And then, so the 5 days at sea is when we have nail camp. And then it stops in, I think the first stop is Maui, and then Hilo, Kona, Kauai, and I think there's one other place, and then it ends in Oahu. But again, I'm going to be doing, posting all this stuff online when I get a hot minute. But, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Joe is being summoned. It's all right. So it does all of the island hopping after. So we'll be done with all the nail stuff before we start the vacation half where we get to island hop. So it's like the best way to take a vacation because you have a write-off. Hello. So, and I was working with Geneva last night on her flights from Houston, and we figured out something pretty spectacular. When you're looking for flights, don't look to fly back from Hawaii to your home airport, because most people can fly from LA to their home airport really cheap, and the flights from Hawaii to LA are really cheap. So look at flying from where you live to Vancouver and Oahu to LAX and look at the price, because it's going to be a huge difference than if you do just Oahu to wherever you go. And then you can just do your flight from LAX, which there's deals with. Oopsies. There's deals with all the time. So, but again, I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to put the PowerPoint up of the entire trip online, so everyone will get to see all the details. We have 20 cabins reserved right now. I'm working on getting some more because I've already gotten so much interest, which is awesome. A lot of people are excited. They're going to actually, like, I've heard some people are going to take a first honeymoon. One of them's first honeymoon. They've never been. Another one's like second honeymoon. So a lot of husbands are going to be going this time, which is fun, because then they can hang out with the other husbands while we're all doing nail stuff, and then we'll be able to hang with them at nighttime and dinners and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, so again, I'm going to do another, I'm going to shake this just a second because I want to make sure it's mixed good. I'm going to do one more coat of koi and blend it in. It looks pretty sheer right now, which it's supposed to, because we want to get that really sheer look on the tip. And we're gonna add a little bit more. This coat, it's dropping a lot more color. Do you see that? So the first coat, you don't have to worry about it not being super opaque. It's that second coat that's gonna give you more color.
Oh, and Teresa did say, and yeah, well, I knew this, but not a lot of people. Southwest is going to start doing flights to Hawaii starting sometime next year.
Oh, that's nice. Good to know. Good to know. I'm a big Alaska Airlines fan. I will be using a companion ticket for my husband to fly home. Maybe not. It might not be worth it because I'm going to take the train up to Vancouver or take a rental car. So I only have to get a one-way flight, and I know a lot of you are going to have to get two-way flights. So if you have a companion fare, it works for round trips, so you don't have to waste a companion fare on just a one-way flight. So I may just use miles. So that's a possibility. All right, so I'm gonna blend the second coat in really good. Oopsies, hand slipped. I'm just very lightly with just the corner of my brush pulling up. Gonna wipe my brush off and do it again. And pull up. You just don't want to have a sharp line, but you want to make sure that it's dropped all your color where you want it. Check it and see that you got all the color everywhere you need it. You could do this with blush as well. So if you have someone, they like it more of a nude to white, then you can do this instead of delicate, use blush and koi. It works really well as well. And there's a million ways people do baby boomer. You can do it with a stamping, like a little stamp, which works nice, but just I feel like it takes longer. And in my world, I have to be on time.
Samantha wants to know if you're using the Akzentz 111 brush.
I'm not using 111, I'm using 106. So this is my kind of go-to all day long. I use it on almost everything. So it's the flat, it's the 106. Right, so right before I go in, I'm just gonna check around the edge and make sure that my white is pretty even. I don't have anything funky going on like that piece of lint right there. Because I added just a little bit more maybe than if I had just done a different color. Nice. Yeah, and then when we do our second coat of blush, it's just gonna tie it all together and it'll look even better. Okay. I need to get a drink, hold on. Okay. Hopefully my phone doesn't die and battery's running low. I have to tell you, it's been a couple years since I got this phone, and I am pretty anxious for the next one because it just doesn't last.
For the X.
Yeah, thank heavens for payments, because I don't want to be paying more than $35 a month for it. But I need a phone. The battery's not going to die on me, because then I couldn't do videos if my battery is dying all the time. And I think sometimes people like to watch the videos.
Just a few.
So.
Have you looked into the, because you have Comcast, right? Here.
I have it at home.
Have you looked into their phone plan?
Their phone plan?
Yeah.
Like for cell phones? Yeah. I did not know they even had one.
They do now. And I tell you what,
whose towers do they use?
They have pinged into like their own, plus they're like using a lot of their own like services, you know, like tied into their Xfinity towers.
Right. Well, Xfinity has towers. Oh. Do I ever sleep? Not enough. Definitely not enough. Tonight's my early night though. Joe's my last one. Tomorrow night I'm here till 10, and the next night I'm here till 10. So because of Madeline's class last week, which I'm so glad I took, I had to move clients from last week to the week before and the week after, which would be this week. So I had to add in more hours, which you do when you take a week off. So you kind of work for it. And I talked about that a little bit when I talked about the cruise, and how a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, 10 days off of work. I can't do that. That's a lot of days not to make income. But how many of you actually work 5 days a week in the salon? Most of us work 3 to 4 days. The cruise leaves on a Friday. You can work Monday through Thursday, leave on Friday, and then it arrives in Honolulu on a Monday morning, and you can fly out that day because people depart the ship sometimes at 6 a.m. and fly back that day if you need to. So in reality, you're only missing 1 week of your work. So if you work 4 days, you're missing 4 days of work. And you can work a little bit longer before you leave, hour-wise. Work a little bit longer when you come back, and your income will make up for it if you do that. So I travel a lot. I have to figure out ways to make it up, because I certainly couldn't afford it if I didn't. But I just work later if I have to, or earlier, or extra time, or whatever I need to do.
So Trisha says, I love your videos.
Oh, thanks,
and
Trisha.
Debbie says, every time I see you, you're either at the show or here doing videos.
Can you believe I'm married and someone puts up with it? He was actually very helpful this weekend. So again, I'm just going to go around really quick and just check on my white, make sure it's where I want it to be, that there's no shadowing or anything like that, because this white is a little bit translucent, so I kind of baby it a little bit more just to make sure that it's got the look that I'm going for. There's a little shadow right here.
Nancy says, hi Jess, thank you for the video.
Hi, how are you?
And Debbie says, I work 6 days a week, Sundays off unless I'm traveling.
6 days a week doing nails?
Wow.
That's a lot of days doing nails. I mean, I work every day, but I don't do nails 6 days a week. And if it's another job, you should get vacation time.
Big clientele.
That would kill my back, and I already work 50 hours a week. I can't imagine how many hours, unless they're shorter days. That's a lot of hours. Alrighty, here we go. This is the second coat of Delicate. So I'm gonna put it on just maybe a little bit thicker than a standard coat, but not much. I'm just brushing it on, and then just leave it like that. I'm gonna blend it in after I get it on all 5 nails. My Delicate's almost out, so I have to kind of fight with my bottle. I found one that I had put aside that was already almost empty, but I've already gone through that. So it's gonna be a new bottle for me in a few days. If I have any left. Ooh, I don't know. Don't you guys hate when your clients cough and they move their hand and your gel goes right into the cuticle? Just kidding, he didn't do it. I'm just saying.
I was trying so hard to control it.
No, it's okay, I was just teasing you. I'm allowed, you're leaving me.
I know. Get them all in now.
I do, I have to get them all in.
I can't believe I'm leaving.
I can't believe it. I hate when people move away. They don't.
I told you I'm not moving.
I know, but you're leaving. You're not going to be here.
I'm sadder about that than moving away from my husband. Oh my God, trust.
Oh, sad. Our clients don't realize how much we love them. We miss them when they leave us. So sad. All right, so push this up. So again, my coat here is maybe just slightly thicker than it usually would be for a second coat, but like I said, not much. I just want to get a nice coating on here. So now I'm just going to take my brush, make sure it's wiped off, and now you're just doing this, where you're blending it just into the free edge. And that will completely eliminate any line, and it will remove the pink off the very edge, which you want to be completely white. Just created a shadow here, so I'm going to pull that down.
So Donette says, hi Jess, miss you already.
Oh, hi Donette. Hope you guys had fun this weekend.
Oh, and Debbie says, but clients always stop by back for a visit when they're here.
That's true. And sometimes they call me, I'm going to be in town, can I get in? And then that's fun too.
Now Danielle
My lovely
says,
Terry that lives in Georgia now stops in all the time.
Daniela says, hi from Chile.
Oh, hello
Here
from
it's
Chile.
after midnight and she's doing her nails.
Okay, so that's it. That's the baby boomer. All I'm going to do now is do a little top coat. And you can go through, and if there's somewhere where you feel like your pink needs a little touch up, then just add a little bit more and just reblend it. But it really helps if you have this combination of products, because Koi and Delicate are both semi-translucent, and they blend together really nicely so that you can get this lovely baby boomer.
And Debbie says, so pretty.
So pretty. All right, go and put that in. All right, so I'm just going to finish this hand and top coat and finish. So I will let you all go. But thanks for joining Joe and I on Joe's last video.
Official video.
Last official video. She's been one of my models before. I think when we did nail art on you.
Yes.
A rose
I've
or
had
something.
a couple.
You've had a couple?
Yes, I did the
You
sweater.
like to be a
I
rock
know,
star.
I'm famous.
She's-
Tricia says she hasn't seen it done this way, so thank you.
Yeah, it's a little
Samantha
different.
says, just gorgeous.
A little bit different. You know, when you acrylic is by far the easiest way to do baby boomers. I don't do acrylic, and I don't do hard gel pink and whites because you have to finish file it, and we all know I don't like to finish file. So this way gives you that baby boomer look without a lot of headache, and you can customize it a little bit because you can use either the pink Delicate, or you can use blush. So if they want it to be more nude, use your blush. If they like the pink like this, then use Delicate. Piece cake.
Let's see.
If you're going to try this with a gel polish that's a polish base, you're going to need to find one that is a semi-translucent white and a semi-translucent pink. But just be careful that you're getting a full cure on those and keeping the product thin, because if it's a polish base, which means if your gel polish smells like nail polish, then it's going to have to cure and dry at the same time. Luxio is not a polish-based gel polish. It's 100% gel. So it doesn't have to do any of the drying properties. So you're not going to get the wrinkling that you might get with a gel polish that's polish-based. So just be careful if you're trying this with something that is polish-based. Oh, this is almost gone. There we go. Put some back. I'd rather get more and put it back than have to keep fighting to get more on the nail. Okay. And then again, just brush down. So that was a lot of pink. So as you can see, there's a line here. So I'm going to do it again because I want to make sure that I don't have any line of where my fade is. Okay, there we go. All right, now that's really it. Now I really just have to top coat you. So if you wanted to do something even more special, you could top coat with a Silver Effects top coat. See that beautiful shimmer? That will drop little tiny silver bits all over the nail. Or The other option that I would really like for this kind of a look would be the Pink Effects top coat.
Very nice.
And that one has these little Pink Effects shimmers. So you put those on and though it's really subtle, but Joe is typically not very sparkly. Do you want sparkle, Joe?
You can put whatever you want. It's
No.
your last day.
No. It's your last day. So what do you want? Does she want to sparkle? Does she want one nail sparkly?
We'll do one nail sparkly.
Okay.
It's my first day at work. My new job.
She's really nervous about her new job and being sparkly. Her bosses that actually see it, which would be hard to notice, are going to be like, look how cool she is. She's got sparkle on her
Oh
nail.
God, no. They still expect me to wear pantyhose.
Oh, pantyhose. Yeah, that's sad. I'm very sorry.
I know, right?
Yeah.
High pantyhose.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that because I haven't bought any of that stuff in a long time. People always ask me, is that Silver Effects top coat actually top coat or do I top coat it? It is actually top coat. So you do not have to top coat it. That is the top coat. So you're not adding an extra step by adding that little extra silver shimmer.
Oh my God, it is so faint, but there.
It's there,
so
but it's
cool.
very subtle.
Yes, so
And
subtle. That's the word I was looking for, subtle.
You can handle that.
I can handle that. That's actually really pretty.
It's like a baby step for glitter for clients that aren't sure if they can handle glitter. Baby steps. So there you go, the Silver Effects on a baby boomer. Isn't that so pretty?
That is so pretty.
Really pretty. So, all right, I'm going to finish this and just file the edges, and we will see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Everyone say goodbye, Joe.
Bye,
We're going to miss you.
That is so subtle.